Hello student, welcome back, and today we are going to continue our last lesson. I think this is our last lesson on chapter 7 about hormonal body coordination. Body coordination about our how we coordinate our body in terms of probably in terms of hormone and also nervous system. But here they only talk about the hormone. They didn't talk about the nervous, but I assume that you know that for example our brain that control about thinking and thought processing and so on, and after that we also learn about hormone that make our heart rate beat fast and so on. So we are going to look at a few questions. Question is important. Question is important. Sometimes I prefer to read question rather than read the notes. I like to read question and then Google find the answer if you don't know something. Because when you are reading question, it is I feel learning is good reading and doing question. But for education wise, I like to do the question because it's Malaysia focus a lot on exam. But if I do something like I read business book, and this book I've been reading for very long already but still haven't finished, how to write a business plan. But when you read usually when I was young I read faster finish. Nowadays is different. I read then I think what this book tell me, how I can improve my work. Then I read and then I close my eye, then you think again. Last time I just read, no think. Nowadays I read and I do the thinking, how can this help me or help other people. That's very good in reading, and this is how you learn. If you read just memorize, no use one. You memorize but you don't know how to use. That's why sometimes when people get straight A in exam but they go out they cannot find work because the boss don't want to find someone that memorize book. The boss when go out, the boss want to find someone that solve the problem. That's why you see a TikTok video, the boss don't care who you are, how clever you are. The boss give you problem, solve it. Cannot solve it, never mind, I find other people. This is how the world will live on. That's why I say you read book, close the book, think how I can use this knowledge and so on. Okay, so let's start with this question. Figure 1 show human endocrine system. As we know that this is an endocrine system, of course you memorize it. You memorize the parts and the function. That's the most easy part. Okay, state the gland. So what is P? What is P? What is Q? What is R? And what is S? What is P? Pituitary gland. Very good. How about Q? Pituitary gland. How about Q? Thyroid gland. Very good. How about R?
Pancreas.
Pancreas. How about S?
Testis.
Testis. Okay, so basically this is the word that we need to know. Of course we need to know the function. Roughly pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas, testis, adrenal gland and so on. And the function of pituitary gland to control all hormone, to control growth hormone. Thyroid gland, yeah, okay, very good. Okay, to control the rate of metabolism. Testis,
The development of males' secondary sexual characteristics such as a deep voice and the growth of mustache.
yeah, okay, grow a mustache. Yeah, of course testis we know is usually if the chapter asks in reproduction, you will say that it will produce sperm. The purpose of testis. In terms of body coordination, of course it also provide testosterone hormone for guy to develop second sexual characteristic like deep voice or deep voice and mustache at here and the beard. But of course I already shave it because it is very weird for Chinese people to have beard. I don't know why when the Western people that have beard, people think they are very handsome. Let's say like tall or the Western people. But if Chinese has beard like around 30 years old, you need to trim it nicely lah. But if you don't trim it nicely it become like uncle, jobless uncle that do not have job, something like that. If I have the beard it's like I do not have job, man. So that is how Chinese and Western if you cut also not nice or Indian cut already it become like napek. If the Indian you cut you feel like why like that one. I don't know lah, this is what I think only. Okay, anyway, state the gland that is the master gland in the human endocrine system. So what is the master gland?
Gland.
Yes, number A is the master gland. Of course, it's very near to the brain, which is the pituitary gland. Name the hormone by Q. So Q is thyroid gland. What hormone? Thyroxine hormone. Thyroxine. I thought it's thyroxine. Set the effect of on human if the hormone in question 1B1 is not adequate in the body. So if you don't have enough thyroxine, you will have goiter. TRE, goiter. Okay, tai keng pao if you do not have the proper hormone. You don't have the hormone maybe because of lack of if I'm not mistaken iodine that you eat from seafood. So of course you have goiter, you have low metabolism rate, lack of energy and so on. Okay, but there's a few so you also need to maybe lack of metabolism, feel tired and so on. Name the gland R. What is R? R very deep. R is pancreas. Pancreas. How can a failure of gland R name the gland R is pancreas, state the hormone. So pancreas produce what hormone? Pancreas will produce insulin. So if do not have insulin, what will happen? Lack of insulin, the person will have diabetes. So here already asked diabetes. How can the failure of gland R cause a person to have diabetes? Of course, you don't have your pancreas got issue, so you will have diabetes because your body cannot produce insulin, because insulin is the chemical that control the glucose. So without insulin there is no way that your body can control. So let's read the question. But we know this, but how can we write the answer? How can the failure of gland R cause it? So you need to tell a story. You tell a story is easier, not to just memorize. So maybe you just tell a story. How can the failure of R? So this is my story. Okay, the story goes like this. One day, the pancreas already broken. Pancreas. The pancreas fail. I don't say broken The pancreas fail or injured. Then you say step. Then what? Then the pancreas cannot produce insulin. Okay, then you say insulin is the purpose the purpose of insulin is to control glucose level in blood. Okay, the purpose of insulin is to control the glucose level in blood. Then last one, conclusion. Lack or no insulin, lack of insulin will result result the glucose level to rise in blood or to increase. So this is the story. Why? Because the question asks you that how can this fail? We know it failed because the pancreas, but we just need to explain. Because you ask me how you ask me how, so I explain like a teacher telling a story, like your friend asks you, then you just ask, okay, first, because the pancreas spoiled already. The pancreas spoiled, therefore the pancreas cannot produce sufficient or insulin or produce enough insulin for the body. Insulin is very important to control the glucose level in blood. Without insulin, the person will have high glucose in the blood, causing him to have high glucose in blood and diabetes. So one day when she go to pee, the pee will have sugar. So the ant come and eat the pee. Something like that lah, because you can see the pea got sugar, because it's not supposed to be like that, but due to the pancreas issue. So if you go toilet, you see the ant go there, means you know that someone in the family got diabetes and you need to check lah, check your blood and what. I just got buy a machine 40 ringgit to check the blood glucose level, 100 ringgit from the pharmacy, but it's supposed to be science experiment for my school. So you also can buy that, or you go pharmacy and test like 3 ringgit, and then just give them. It's important to test your glucose level. That is why we know already. So what we should do? Don't drink too much of Pepsi, even though I like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, but don't drink too much. When you drink too much, you got diabetes. When you got diabetes, means you need to go to hospital. You go to the medicine means to buy medicine. Buy medicine means to waste money, need to waste time. So we know science already, we must know how to use. Know already, no use if we don't use it properly. Okay, anyway, back to the topic. Yeah, so tell a story. I know some students cannot do this because they one of the reason, because students like to memorize. When you memorize, it cannot. You need to understand the concept, then you can tell the story, because you understand the movie already. You can tell. You cannot memorize the movie, you must understand the concept. Then when you simply answer blah 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 blah. I like to answer longer a bit, chiong hei then answer longer, because if you answer longer, then when they mark, the teacher will, okay, got keyword, then the teacher will tick tick tick. If you talk less, then you got less mark. It depends on the question mark. So you talk longer a bit, then the teacher will find the keyword, because the teacher must follow the marking scheme. So after find the keyword, then mark. Okay, write longer a bit. Okay. Figure 2 show the power endocrine system. Oh, this what? This is the ovary, correct or not? Ovary, fallopian tube, oviduct, uterus, vagina, cervix. So this one all you need to know. Name the hormone produced by Y. So we know that Y is ovary. So what hormone produced by ovary? Yeah, estrogen or progesterone. Estrogen or progesterone hormone. Of course, testis is what? Testosterone, but for female is estrogen or progesterone hormone. So of course, you can, I don't know whether you can buy in pharmacy. I think can buy in pharmacy. Then I see in the movie, you put the power and then let the guy eat. Then the guy eat and then become more like CC, something like that. If you buy in the movie, I saw in the movie. State one function of the hormone. So what is the function of the hormone?
The development of female secondary sexual characteristic.
Promote the development of female secondary sexual characteristic. Okay, and also to also in fact influence the menstrual period, the period, because after female have a period of 28 days one cycle. So why 28 days? Because of this hormone. Why not 30 days? Why not 1 year? Because of this production of hormone. Wow, so unique. How can the body know it's 28 days also? Maybe you can Google it, like why must be 28 days? Why not 60 days or 100 days? How the brain know, and how you can faster the speed or slow down the speed, which is very unique, and it is possible. Although gland Y exists since birth, the gland is inactive. Okay, although the gland Y exists in birth, the gland is inactive. When will Y become active?
Birthday.
Yeah, after puberty, which is usually how old? How old is puberty?
After 18 or 12.
After 12, not 18 lah, 12 years old. For female usually is 12, for male is 14. Means after 12 years old, the female will hit puberty, there is a secondary sexual characteristic is developed, and the lady can become pregnant if they choose to. For guy usually is 14. That's why I don't know, my teacher said that's why girl reach puberty faster than guy, and there is a possibility that that is why girl is more matured than guy. Because if you see like you are 16 years old girl compared to 16-year-old boy, you will feel that the 16-year-old girl more matured, 成熟 rather than the 16-year-old guy, because the 16-year-old guy will still go and play computer game, let's go. But the girl is actually more thinking is more matured. So that is why, maybe because the girl's puberty happen slightly faster. That is why I say I think that most guys like girls that are younger than them, because also due to biological, because younger also can produce baby, and also the thinking, because you married sometimes same age, the guy not that matured, but you married a few years older for a guy, and the guy thinking is more 成熟, more matured. Okay, name the endocrine gland for the man. It's also inactive during the birth. So the endocrine gland that is inactive will be the testis. Of course, it's not that it's inactive, because you still no need to produce sperm. Below 14 years old, still there is no sperm being produced yet. So that's why children cannot have baby. Only after puberty only can have baby. Explain the function of hormone secreted in the gland in question 2C1. So of course this is the testis release the testosterone hormone. So what is the function of testosterone hormone?
Development of male secondary sexual characteristic.
Okay, second, control development of second sexual characteristic, and any more? Maybe
stimulates sperm production.
Yeah, correct. Okay, it will stimulate the production of sperm, mustache, and for me, I think one of the most important is the muscle. So guy got more muscle, because guy got more testosterone compared to female, but sometimes female also got. That's why if you see female got, sometimes they will have like beard also. They have the beard and the mustache, if or the hair hide more a bit, because girl also got, guy also got, depend on more or less. So sometimes you got more, then you will have more muscle lah. I'm thinking, is it some girl, Olympic girl got a lot of testosterone, because the Olympic girl got a lot of muscle. Yeah. So of course also this testosterone hormone also affect your thinking and your behavior, in terms like for guy, you can see they are more brave, they take risks, they like to jump here, jump there, they are more active that is why, because due to the testosterone hormone. And also girls, they are more soft a bit, gentle a bit, because they lack of testosterone hormone. so they are more soft a bit. So both, I'm not saying like being guy bad or girl bad, but I just say that there is a difference, and it's important to understand why because of the guy is like this, why because of this then the girl is like this, and why he do this. Sometimes also relate to the biological part. Okay, so that's it. There's a few questions. Mind challenge, I will recommend that you go Google. Drinking coffee is not good. Not good as in drinking coffee. I read an article that says drink coffee is good. But they say drink coffee is only good if you 2 day drink half cup, then it is good. If you drink more than that, it's not good. Because what? Because it can cause addiction, addiction, and it will make your brain more alert. So if you don't drink, then you will feel very tired and so on. I just drink my coffee. Next time maybe I should reduce it. A woman is pregnant, and alcoholic, what will happen? If you are alcoholic, there's a chances for the baby to have fetal alcohol syndrome, spectrum syndrome. So if you drink, then the baby will have a problem in terms of brain disability, maybe no hand or no leg or disability. So girls, it's recommended not to drink alcohol, especially during pregnancy, and smoking. Smoke also cannot. You smoke because when you smoke means the baby also smoke. When you drink the alcohol, the baby. That is why when you are pregnant, you need to take care of health, eat a lot of nutrition, vegetable, protein, all the healthy stuff, and Chinese medicine nutrition if necessary. Okay, your friend told you she feels stressed of the family problem. Wow, if this one asked in your exam, if I'm your teacher, I will ask like this: as a friend, how you can help him? Science also got ask this question. Seldom lah, but they can ask in exam. In fact, I think this one is more easy. This one is more easy because you just need to memorize answer. This one is very abstract. Abstract means it's not clear whether it can be correct and can be wrong. So what is your answer? Communicate with her and then like that only.
Some mental energy.
Give him some mental energy. Yes. So of course, I would say that it depends, but you write longer a bit lah. Communicate with her, talk to her, bring her out, help her relax, talk to her. Just write as much as possible because it's very abstract and I think it could be correct. But I will this by recommendation, not just because of science, but because of you really need to do this because I'm sure that you have friends that got problem. Not every day you got problem. I know student every day they have problem. I also got problem. But even though we have problem, we need to focus on other people. So we try to help because if we always help ourselves, it means we are very selfish. So we always try to help other people. It depends on how severe. If like small problem, then you try to handle. Okay, small problem like maybe breakup or no money or family problem that you think is you can handle well, then it is okay. But if the friend say that got depression, depression means like every day cry for many days, for many months, or he say he want to commit suicide 要自杀 and he say or a few things commit about suicide or about abuse. He say that the daddy hit me or the mommy hit me. This one you need to refer to a counseling teacher, professional. Please refer to a professional like you can try Google the NGO to help, or you can call police, or you can refer to your teacher. Refer to other people because if you don't do, it is your fault. If you don't tell other people, if this thing happen, let's say if you want to hide it, you think that you are very smart, later he go and jump and then die. So it's your fault because you are a student. you are not professional. So you are not professional, you try to help him, then suddenly he go and jump and die. Then you also didn't help anything, but you help. If he say he want to suicide, you must refer to other people like the police or the teacher, or even the teacher. For me also, I won't help, because if you talk about suicide, I will refer to a specialist to help. Later you jump die, you say I make you jump and die. No. So of course the suicide case, and also abuse is I think in Malaysia law, if somebody tell you, especially I'm a teacher, if a student tell me that, or I'm a counselor, if a student tell me abuse, I must report to the manager, or I must report to the government, because if I don't tell, the police can catch me. The police can catch me as a teacher. The police also can catch the counselor, because you know that this person is being abused, but you as a teacher or you as a counselor, you do nothing. But you are a student lah, but as a student you need to be responsible lah. It's best if the abuse means hit people, or he hit other people hit him, you need to refer to the professional. That is why if you see your answer book, the answer book say, I think the answer book is very good. Advise her to speak to the teacher, refer to the professional is better. Of course his friend, then you help lah. But if a case very 严重 already, please ask other people to help, because we are still not the professional team yet. Okay, so basically that's it for chapter 7. Now then we take a short break, can I see you by 11:50, okay?
Okay.
Okay, see you by 11:50. Bye bye.